Fuck cheap shots and setbacks, this is throwbacks and bangers. Welcome to A Runner Does Music, where today we have a very special album review in the case that this is a lost review. I finished writing this review when the fucking album came out, and it's just been sitting in the wrong folder, and I realized while looking through the folders, I was like, I never did a fucking review on this, a video on this. What the fuck? But regardless, we're doing a review on the fourth studio album from one of my favorite pop-punk bands of all time. As it is, this album is called To Hell and Back. Ever since I discovered these guys when lead singer Patty Walters was promoting them words are difficult. I discovered these guys when Patty Walters was promoting the band, and their newest single at the time, Can't Save Myself, at the end of I think it was a Sum 41 cover on his solo channel. And it's still hard to believe that that was 8 or 9 years ago and 4 albums ago, and now these guys are one of, if not the most consistent in the pop-punk scene with their big-time hits, such as The Great Depression and Hey Rachel, under their belts. It isn't hard to notice that each album from this British outfit features a specific aesthetic in place, with their debut Never Happy Ever After being your typical pop-punk outing, sophomore piece OK having decidedly 50s and just overall a happier vibe underneath the sadness, and their most recent album, The Great Depression, feeling like a direct stab into early 2000s emotion and songwriting. Here with this new album, it feels like we're shedding any gimmicks and diving straight into an expansive, yet enjoyable individual sound in an album filled with genuine fresh takes on the AII formula. So, let's get into it. A song that stuck out to me in the singles leading up to the album was I Love You, How Are You? A song that features a simplistic instrumental approach but uses that simplicity to its advantage in terms of pacing and matching to the lyrics' themes. The story being told is a straight-on, confrontational one that's ripe with questions. Are you okay? Alright, if you aren't, then what's on your mind to make you feel like that? It's simple questions that pack a lot of weight behind them being thrown at the person that this song is being sung to, in quick lines comparing this fake facade of smiles covering sadness to rain pouring despite blue skies add nice little tidbits to the song. All things considered, you can look at this song as one of the most subdued on the album, but I still think it shows the now staple emotive elements of the lead singer Patty Walters' signature songwriting. This song is followed up by companion track I Don't Care, I Can't Take It, serving as a response in a way to the aforementioned questions. Fuck it. I'm tired. I don't care about this anymore. I'm just tired. All of this is said and followed through with a lot of I statements within the song, becoming a really nice duo of songs within the album's first half and showing off a good sense of track duology, something like that. Getting into more vibes of saying fuck it and rolling with it, let's check out the introduction track, I Don't Give a Fuck. This song is all about looking at your situation and realizing it may just be fully and utterly helpless, and casting every worry to the wind in one solid proclamation. I don't give a fuck. This song was the first glimpse of the To the Hell and Back era, and to set the scene starting to loosen the reins, or fully throwing them to the wind on this track. As it is just 3 guys giving it their all and seizing any worries and anxieties, as ironic as it is considering a lot of songs still focus clearly on aspects like anxiety. Here in I Don't Give a Fuck, Patty is constantly giving us easy to understand illusions, comparing himself to a time bomb, and going as far to say in the chorus that he doesn't want to die, he just doesn't give a fuck. He's throwing his hands up to the situations at hand and saying, come whatever hell may come. I like to think of this album as the most unabashedly and unashamed the band has ever been, not just laying themselves bare before the listener, but just leaning into more mannerisms and presentations that seem drastic in difference to previous aesthetics. Just 6 or 7 years ago, it was hair with product in it and snazzy 50s outfits singing songs that could serve as milkshake parlor anthems, and now it's pure eyeliner and ripped jeans with a song like I Miss 2003 hitting the speakers in a banged up Camaro. This song is a love letter to the early days of such powerhouses like Newfound Glory, Mayday Parade, and more, with many lyrical references coating every verse like a thick, invasive oil. Even the song itself sounds like something that would be just as home on an early album from a band like All Time Low or Jimmy Eat World. Not only do these references make you go, hey, I know that one, but the way the song titles and such are seamlessly woven into a story sounds smooth as butter. I Went to Hell and Back is an album that reeks of nostalgia and damn near emo feels all over it, but what about the higher energy, punk-focused vibes of that environment? Thankfully, we do get to hear Patty at his angriest in I Wanna See God. This song is all about momentum and ear-piercing screams. This song came out of nowhere as a favorite of mine, looking at the title initially and thinking it was going to be another ballad on level with The Great Depression or OK. But this song accomplishes anthemic ventures while retaining a vibe unique to itself, standing apart from the impressively lengthy setlist present here. Ronnie Ish, the resident guitarist of the band, is no stranger to bringing fire and edge to things, but he really shines on this track. Finally, I just want to talk about just how different this album feels from all the previous efforts from As It Is. The first album, like I said, it was a pure pop-punk slice of life, followed up by very thematic releases. And this LP feels like it takes every aspect of previous As It Is work and molds it into a masterclass presentation. The pure sense of pop-punk instrumentation that was present on Never Happy Ever After is shown in spades, especially on songs like I'm Gone or I Love You, How Are You. The purely theme-driven ideas from songs on OK seems to have been given spiritual successors in songs like I Lie to Me and I'd Rather Die. And perhaps we see the most well-represented album on this album, The Great Depression. The previous album from Patty, Ronnie, and Alistair feel like all fists raised in an effort to create the most powerful, palpable sound within the scene, and it nearly accomplishes that task. Now we're seeing the fruits of those efforts with further commitment with songs like I Die 1,000 Times or I Wanna See God. This is all without mentioning the collaborative wonders that Set It Off, Jord Perp, and The Word Alive lend it to things, with In Threes and I Can't Feel a Thing. This whole album is As It Is taking every lesson they've learned, every best piece of themselves, and all the fire and fear that they have in their hearts so far back as This Mind of Mine. This is As It Is' best work without any doubt. So for that reason, and the reasons I discussed before, I Went to Hell and Back by As It Is gets a 9 out of 10. And that's the review. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Keep in mind, this was a lost reviews. I think we're actually down to 2 members, Patty and I want to say Ronnie now? Could be wrong. I hope to see the guys back again, or if they'd never come back, I hope to see the guys happy. I want to see them happy regardless. I hope you're having a good day and staying happy. I hope you're staying hydrated. I'll see you next time.